allowed inside, guys.
Holy horse patootie. I show up. I'm at the intersection of Beacon and Charles, and there is a massive line. My Lord, here on Boston Commons, February 29th, 2020. There are probably thousands of people lined up here ready to go to see Bernie. Unbelievable. And I'm here at the end of the line. This is 2 hours before the event starts, and I'm not there. And I just couldn't believe this. This is unbelievable. I think I'll say hi to someone and see what's going on.
I was scoping the line.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Excuse me, I heard you mention no hard plastic.
Yes.
So Tupperware with food in it, not going to be allowed?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Mostly they're concerned about beverage containers.
Okay, if the beverage containers are empty.
It's no hard plastic or metal beverage containers, empty or not.
Okay. What about silicone?
That's a soft plastic.
Yeah.
I wish I could give you a real. I think it's on. Do you have it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's got water in it right now, but it'll be empty by the time I get there.
This is what it's like. Oh my goodness. I had no idea this was going to be such a big production deal. There's no way I'm standing in line to get in to see this, but at least I can take a look and document this. This is Massachusetts. This is Senator Elizabeth Warren's backyard. And Bernie is pulling in a crowd. Let me just slowly work my way from the back of the line. Ooh, people are actually tasked with counting.
Has anyone talked to you guys about canvassing yet? Fantastic.
People are actually walking through and counting how many people are here. It seems different camera crews are set up around the perimeter to interview various people. Such a huge operation. I wouldn't have believed this if I hadn't seen it for myself. Hello, are you a volunteer?
Sorry?
Are you a volunteer?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm with a socialist alternative.
okay.
Are you a Bernie supporter?
No. I'm with Malden Talks, a video blog. I'm amazed at the size of the crowd here today. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're not part of this campaign?
I'm a big Bernie supporter.
Yes.
I'm a socialist. I think that we desperately need Medicare for all and a Green New Deal and stuff like rent control, right?
Okay. Do you mind being on camera?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you're not, that's
Yeah,
okay. That's
okay.
okay. All right. Thank you. Look at this crowd. All I can do is document this from the outside. When I saw the original address for this, I was concerned because the address listed Boston Commons as the location, not an actual building. I was put off. I thought it was going to be an outside event. And in a way, I guess it is going to be an outside event. It appears they've taken over a corner of Boston Commons. They've partitioned it off so that if you don't have some sort of ticketing or access or anything, you can't actually get in to see the event. I'm slowly walking up to the gates. It's still 2 hours away, and these people are standing out in the freezing cold and wind. The depth of support is amazing. This is amazing. Look at all these people with the Bernie hats. Excuse me, are you not a Senator Warren supporter? You're not a Senator Warren? You know this is our hometown? Okay, that's amazing, thank you. This is incredible, folks. There you have it. I walked up and asked that kind woman directly whether she'd support Senator Warren, and she said point blank, she said no. She's for Bernie. I'm looking at all the Bernie pins, I'm looking at all the Bernie hats, looking at all the Bernie logos. Incredible. This is almost as big as the last event I attended here in Boston Commons. I think it was a few years ago. I came here and I attended the free speech rally here on the Commons. And that crowd, it was a different crowd. It wasn't a Bernie crowd. It was more of a mixed bag of different environmental groups, Antifa, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But this crowd, this is pure Bernie. It's organized. It's large. My goodness, there's music playing. Oh, let me turn away from the crowd for a moment. Let's take a look at Frog Pond. Frog Pond is buzzing with children. Ice skating, having a good time. Not really giving too much attention to what's going on with all these adults in politics. Okay, back to politics. Back to what's going on today. Gonna keep working my way up the line. I'm gonna keep checking out what's going on here. And we're gonna get a real picture in this crowd so far. The bulk of this crowd is mainly Caucasian, some Asian, probably some Hispanic, some people with face masks. But if I were to take a wild guess, I'm thinking probably at least 80-90% of the crowd Caucasian. Ooh, look at this production. This could not be cheap. Bernie campaign, in my opinion, spent a great deal of money on this. Look at this. I'm coming up from Charles Street. I'm almost to the steps of Beacon Hill. I'm almost to the steps of the State House. And I'm still following the crowd. It's huge. It's noisy. It's happy. Oh, look at that. Well, my suspicions confirmed. This event is taking place outdoors. They've got a stage. And I suppose DJ's playing music. Look at how this is partitioned off. Rows and rows of porta potties. And a stage set up right in the middle of Boston Commons, right outside Park Street Station. There's got to be police everywhere. People dancing with Bernie t-shirts. Those are some happy Bernie bros. Oh my goodness. They've got metal detectors. Everybody's being checked. Everybody's being scanned. Everybody's being checked. Ooh. Let's pass through and see what else is going on. Excuse me. There's the State House in the background. Windmills, not warheads.
I have a woman asking about 88 drop-off.
U.S. war budget. It's an election issue. Ooh. Look at that. WGBH on the prowl. They have security here that's probably as tight as TSA. They're doing everything but making people take their shoes off at this point. Sturdy looking guys with earpieces on like they're Secret Service guys. They're not messing around. Some big burly guys enforcing security. I wouldn't want to mess with them. Would not want to mess with them. Look at this crowd. Now I'm coming through on the other side.
I see, so you can wave it as you when you're on the
Goodness. Vote Socialist. Bernie, March 3rd. Came up all the way from Charles Street. Now I'm going, the line is crossing on up the other side towards the State House. These people are unabashed socialists. There's no, it's not, we're not playing word games. We're not splicing and dicing. We're not talking Democrat socialist. We're just talking socialist. And they are proud. No sugarcoating, no fancy anything. Very nice crowd. A lot of good music. Some people, I think, should have dressed warmer. Oh, your sign's upside down. Good job. Look at that. What a crew. I'm gonna record as much of this as I can for now. And just say hi to people at random. Excuse me, you're a volunteer?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were security.
No.
Did anybody guess the crowd would be this large?
Excellent question. Don't know.
I mean, this is amazing. All right, thank you. Looks as I get closer to the State House, there's heavier police presence closer to the physical State House itself. And you know what? People are still coming. I can't believe how long these lines are. If you know where I'm standing, this line in front of the State House goes all the way around. I forget the name of that street over there. And it curves all the way down to the actual train station entrance itself. You know what? I am so glad that I drove and got a decent parking space in today because finding some place to get in the train would have been a royal mess. It's just crowded. The depth of support is fantastic. No, go on. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. All right. Look at that. All right.
What's it for?
Video blog. Hanging out with the news people. Did you think the crowd was going to be this large today?
Even bigger. It's gonna keep getting bigger.
This is unbelievable.
I believe it.
It's snaking. You know, it's snaking all the way down to Charles Street on the other side. So this is
Bernie's gonna win Massachusetts. It's all
easy. With this crowd, easy. Thank you. That's what we call happy people. Oh. Good job. Oh, my hand's getting frozen. I think I'll take a quick break filming this so I can defrost my hand for a moment. These people are dedicated. I'm not sure how long I've been filming right now, but look at that. We're almost 18 minutes in. If I were to take a wild guess, if this crowd keeps up like this, we're easily going to have, what, maybe 10,000 plus easy? And they're still coming. It could be even more than 10,000 at this rate. I don't know. I think a lot of people aren't quite sure what to make of this. I know I'm not. Medicare for all. People even walking around with signed hardcover books from Bernie or about Bernie. This is grassroots high. This is what's called grassroots. I think everybody's surprised. Everybody's impressed. I don't know what else to say. Except Bernie's got this locked up. I'm going to say it over and over again. If turnout across Massachusetts, I haven't heard of Senator Warren drawing any kind of crowd. Not like this. Not in Boston Common. You know, supposedly the South Carolina primaries taking today. And Bernie's going to be here today. You know what? Now I understand why he's here today. This is where the action is. Look at that. Look at that line. People are still coming. Excuse me? Excuse me? Thank you.
So my name is Eric. I'm volunteering here with the Democratic.
at that. Oh, I broke through the line at the intersection of Beacon and Park Street. No, I'm thinking if there was nicer weather, they'd probably have even more people out here. Democratic Socialists of America. Oh my goodness, I'm on the other side, looking down Park Street. And the crowds are still coming. There's no way anybody's beating Bernie in this place, if this crowd's any indication. Oh, you know what? Maybe my fingers are frozen. I'm just gonna hang on for a little bit longer. Frozen fingers or not. I'm gonna try and hang on till I get to Park Street. This is a party. At least now I understand why they gave 2 hours before Bernie's event to give people enough time to get checked in through security. I'm starting to wonder if 2 hours was enough time. Maybe they should have given 3 hours to check people in. And look at this crowd. This is crazy. Crazy. Who's this? Oh, this is part of the line. The Park Street line goes all the way down here and curves around at this point. My God. And the line goes down Tremont Street. This is like the turnaround spot. This is amazing how large this crowd is. I don't think you guys realize how long you're going to be standing in line. This is huge. I don't think anybody was expecting this big a crowd. I know I wasn't. Oh, look at that. They were not kidding. This event could not have been put in a building. This is an event that had to go outside. Boston Commons probably the only good place these people could have been put. But it's chilly out here. I'm glad I wore an extra pair of socks.
But it's just like, I don't feel like I have a grasp.
This is incredible. They're even playing some Willie Nelson. I wonder if I'll meet anybody out here that I know. If I see any friends, I'll say hi. Wow. These people want to hear Bernie. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Can we just slip through here?
Oh, that's cool. Whose scarf is that?
There's like these scarves.
Ooh, people are selling a lot of merchandise. This is Park Street Station right here in downtown Boston. Look at that line. Zigzagging all the way around on this side of the Commons to get in. And there's the crowd gelling inside the fenced-off perimeter.
It's probably about 500. Dude, this is insane. It's great.
How many of you estimate are showing up today?
I'm not exactly sure. Where I'm standing is 900 people in line.
Wow.
There's probably about 500 or 600 there, and there's probably another 600 down there, and there's an entirely other line on the other side.
Did they know the crowd was going to be this big today?
Probably, yeah. This is not unexpected.
Look at those porta potties already.
Wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Look at that. I can't believe how much they spent and put into this. Here I am on Tremont Street. And the line to get in is still snaking down Tremont Street. It isn't ending. But it is for me. I think I need to take a break. I've definitely pushed it too hard. My hands are freezing. I think I'll try clocking back in a little later on, see if I can catch anything after this starts. Otherwise, Joe, over and out from Alden Talks. Taking a temporary break to get a hot cup of tea. Ooh, it's warming my fingers up. Take a little break before I go back outside and see what's going on. It's way too many people. It's way too crowded to get into this Bernie event. So I'm just going to monitor the crowd from the outside and just say hi to people. It's about 11 a.m. I got here, I don't know, just after 10, I guess. 10:30, something like that. And the crowd to get in is still long. It hasn't gotten any shorter. I'm hanging out at the local McDonald's here across the street on Tremont Street, and this place is packed. I'm sure probably a good chunk of these people are getting ready to go see Bernie's event taking place this afternoon. I get the impression they're just not used to this much business this early on in the day on a Saturday, but oh well. It is what it is. So once things get ramped up, I think I'll try and hang out for a little while longer before I take off, but doesn't seem to be too much more I can document about what's going on today except for the incredible size of this crowd. This is going to be amazing. Even the Bernie people need to take time out from standing in the freezing cold. Get something warm here. Incredible. I guess they like this better than standing in line about a half hour before the event starts, and the line to get in is still long. Wow. I'm not giving up my seat here, but I'm still looking through that window, and I can see the legs of people still trudging by. They're still in line. There's got to be thousands of people trying to get in. I'll warm up a little bit more before I get back out there. I'm on the second floor of McDonald's, across the street from Bernie's rally. And on the second floor, looking down into the back side of the rally, It is massive. Haven't seen a crowd like this on the Commons in a long time. Right there is the back of the stage. I think Bernie's standing right in front of the blue sign. And they're still checking people into the crowd. It is huge. Well, lunchtime's over. I'm gonna go back down to street level. It's about a half hour into the Bernie's rally, and the crowd is alive. Look at those people. You can't make up that kind of enthusiasm. Well, I'm gonna walk by on my way out of here, and I'm gonna take a look from the outside looking in. There's definitely too thick a crowd to get even close to interview Bernie or anybody else relevant. Here I am, back at street level. I'm outside the event, and Bernie is firing up the crowd. It is so jam-packed, there are lots of people outside the event watching the event. Heavy police presence. People cannot get in. Look at that. This is definitely a love fest for Bernie. Let's get a few more shots as we're going along the outside. Are you here for Bernie today too?
I just happened to be walking by.
Oh, this is definitely an event to walk by. Haven't seen anything quite like this on Commons in a while. Wow. Let's take a stroll by. Hopefully all these nice police will be nice enough to let us go by. Look at this. Police directing foot traffic away from the fence. Oh yeah. Canvassing table for Bernie.
My son's in town.
Oh yeah, no, I just for your information.
Bernie is out
made out of the establishment is getting very nervous about our campaign. And tonight they're going to turn on the TV and they're going to find that 10,000 people came out to the Boston Commons.
This crowd is electric.
I just read the other day that the military industrial complex is getting nervous. They're afraid we're going to end endless wars. Wall Street is getting nervous.
Look who's here. I was not expecting to see this today.
Was you trying to get that guy, like, right with the Blue Lives Matter hat is just out of his mind. I was talking just, if you want to get a video of somebody.
What do you mean it's out of his? What did he say?
Oh, he just, as a character. If you're trying to get good content for today, he is.
Oh, I'm getting plenty of good content. Which one in the blue cap?
Blue Lives Matter right there with the red coat.
You do not have permission to film me. You do not.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
You have a question?
No, I was just amazed
just
to
documenting?
see. Yeah, I'm documenting. I was amazed to see.
First Amendment.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking.
First Amendment.
No, I have no problem.
No. Thank you.
If you have a YouTube channel?
As an attorney,
Yes.
that is the First Amendment.
What's it
that
out?
protects
If I
him.
can look it up.
Malden Talks.
Malden Talks.
My name is Joe Gray.
Joe? Patrick, nice to meet you. Thanks.
But if nobody wants to be on camera, that's fine.
I'm not trying to like argue on camera either.
No, people don't want to be on camera. It's okay.
No, I'm trying to talk to him. I'm just trying to have a discussion with this guy.
Was it?
Off camera.
Why do you want to? Are you coming on?
No, I'm trying to talk to you.
Sorry, I'm not interested. But thank you.
Good. Bye.
What?
I'll be friends. No, will you be friends?
Well, everybody, this is what we're having today. A lot of interesting discussions, a lot of interesting people. Even the playground's full of people. Everybody who couldn't get in. Ooh. Glad to get away from those guys. Looks like a fist fight was about to break out any second with those crew. It's a little too jammed on this side. I think I'm going to try going around the top, see if I can get a better view from the State House side of this. Some of the overflow crowd on the playground because they couldn't get into the event.
18 million families should not have to pay 50% of their incomes for
The message. The message matters to these people. Wow.
And our campaign
Coming around the backside,
stood forthrightly, not only now,
heading
but
back
for
towards
decades,
Beacon Street, looking down
in
at this.
making the common sense proposition that health care is a human right, not a privilege. Today we have a cruel and dysfunctional healthcare system, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Bernie has the
We are
message
the
people want to
only
hear.
major country
Amazing.
on earth not to guarantee health care to all of our people. If our neighbors to the north,
In my personal opinion,
if France,
Bernie would have a much
Germany,
larger
the UK,
crowd out here
if Finland and
if it wasn't so
Denmark, Sweden,
cold today.
Norway, if countries
It's definitely
all over the
cold
world
and windy.
can somehow figure out a way to provide health care to all as a human right. Don't tell me the United States of America can't do the same.
And the street vendors, they know their crowd.
This dysfunctional
They know their
healthcare
clientele.
system is costing us twice as much per person for health care as do the people of any other country pay. Twice as much, 11,000 for every man, woman, and child.
It appears they're dismantling the
And yet, despite that huge
metal
expenditure, 87 million of us are uninsured or
It
underinsured.
appears security is winding down
30,000 die
bit by bit.
each year in America
Interesting,
because they
portable
don't
metal
get to a
detectors.
doctor on time. And we have a pharmaceutical industry which is not only greedy, it is corrupt. It is involved in collusion and price fixing, ripping us off, charging us by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. And if you want to hear about cruelty,
I think some people are starting to trickle away because of the extreme cold.
500,000 Americans
Wow.
went bankrupt because of medical debt. Think about it. Somebody is struggling with cancer or heart disease or Alzheimer's. They got enough to worry about. They're fighting for their lives. And yet under this cruel
Look at all the
system,
confiscated
half a
water
million of
bottles.
them went bankrupt.
People
because
weren't
of
allowed to bring
outrageous
water
medical
bottles
bills.
anywhere near the Bernie's event.
I don't know.
And that is why, whether the drug companies like it or not, whether the insurance companies like it or not, we are going to pass a Medicare for all single-payer program.
We're hearing the message from Bernie's
And
lips
that
to God's
means
ears.
no more premiums,
And the crowd goes wild.
no more co-payments, no more deductibles, no more out-of-pocket expenses. Nobody pays more than $200 a year for prescription drugs. Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege.
I think I've had enough. I think we've got the good idea of how this is
And
going
we
to go.
will
Time to
fight
go
to
home.
make sure
Wrap
that
this up.
every American goes to any doctor they want
This
when
has
they
been
need to go to that
amazing.
doctor, regardless of their income. Good-paying union jobs as we transform our energy system.
Marxist.com, socialistrevolution.org.
It is a proposal that says we understand that climate change is not just an American issue.
KeepItKind2020.com.
And as president,
Wow.
I will reach out to the people in China,
A
Russia,
lot of different messages here today.
people all over the world.
A lot of dedicated people.